again, stampers and crafters. This is take 2 of my video. My computer is having a day. Oh my God. So anyway, this is Kevon, again from ktstamps.com, creating cards for you. All right, so to bring us back on track, we're trying to create this Hump Day sketch. And in this sketch, we have something that looks like there is about 1.5 inches, an inch, and then 1/4 inch of what's on the card front. So as you remember, this is my first card that we did. It's a Z card. And what I did was I tried to leave a little space right down the middle to be the space that is on the card. This is just a really nice card. I colored the rhinestones and added them. And that's where we should be at, ready to connect our next part of the cards. So, this is the card we're going to be making. I'm so excited about this. So, I am going to put it all together. We are using Seaside Bay, and we're also using the Seaside Bay dies. Now, I have everything cut out and ready to go. So we have all our dies in here. We have our bird in here. But what we're really using is that we are using By the Bay Designer Series paper. This is 6x6. And the best part about this is that it has some type of foil on one side and then just beautiful cardstock on the other. Here's another one. Okay, beautiful foil on one side and then just a really nice decorative design on the other. So we are going to take all of that and put it together to create this card. Now, I have taken everything that we have needed. I've cut it out. This was cut from the Designer Series paper. I have a different piece of Designer Series paper that has just a little bit of an opaque or a shine to it. So it's going to be just a little bit different. We have that beautiful blue that has the gold on the outside. And then again, we have our Petal Pink. This cardstock is also Petal Pink. It is 5.5 by 8.5 scored at 4 1/4. Then we are going to bring in our silicone pad. And I really would like to have this be the piece that's popped up. So what I am going to do is get out my Stampin' Seal. And you can see, isn't this beautiful? And it's so much fun because we have the die cuts. We'll cut these out. It's so much fun to have that. And again, the silicone does not stick. This is about 6x6 Designer Series paper. And we are just going to adhere everything together. And then I'm going to cut. All right, so we have our first piece that we are going to put down. There we go. And then we have our second piece that we are going to put down. And again, these run 6x6. So even if they are a little bit longer than one another, you're going to be able to cut them off. So there we go. This looks just a little bit crooked. Let me see if I can get this on just a little bit straighter. A little bit better. All right, and that's our 1/4 inch. This is 1 inch, and then the whitewashed wood is 1.5 inches. So we are going to bring in art trimmer, and I'm just going to turn this over. My first cut, I am going to cut at 5.5 just to give it a nice evenly cut. Then I'm going to bring it to 5 1/4 and give it its final cut. All right. So this is what the back looks like. This is what the front looks like. Absolutely beautiful. So we are now just going to adhere this down to our Petal Pink cardstock. All right, on this, I just want to make sure that it is even on the top, the side, and the bottom. And it looks like it's not very even on the top. All right. Let me make sure that I can get this down right. I just need to move this over just a little bit. Come on, baby, move with me. Yes. There we go. All right. Then we are going to adhere our Petal Pink to our navy blue. And so you know, whenever you are dealing with Stampin' Up's Designer Series paper, you also, they give you all the colors that match it. So we are really blessed with all of these. And this By the Bay is retired, but the Seaside Life is not, or the Seaside Bay is not. All right, so we can still use that. And then we are going to get out our adhesive foams, and we are just going to put a big one on this bird, and I'm just going to put it right in the middle. And then I am going to add 2 nice big adhesives on the other side. There you go. And I cut these myself, so there we go. That's even better. So you can make these any size you want. And I am going to put this on first. And then I'm just going to try to get it right in the middle. And then I am putting this on. And this is just going to go right in the center. I think that my stamp is just a little bit too big. Yeah, I think it's just a little bit too big. So let me find another stamp. I should have kept the one out. All right, we're going to see if we can have what we can use for this. Oh, let's do So Very Happy for You. Now, this is a photo Palmer stamp. And with the photo Palmer stamps, you want to put something underneath it so there's a little bit of give. The other thing that you want to do is that you always want to put the photo Palmer stamp down first and then get your block and then pick it up. It's just easier to deal with, and it allows the photo Palmer part of the stamp just to relax and hold its shape. So that's going right down there. So Very Happy for You. Now I'm going to decorate the inside of the card, and I am really just going to decorate this with some different types of shells. So we are going to get out, let's do a razor shell. And this, because it is a red rubber stamp, it already has some give to it. So we can take that away. And let's get our blue out again for our clams. So we have a beautiful clam in the corner. And then, and I'm just wiping it off with a Kleenex so I can move it out of the way. So I can bring in our pool party. And our pool party is going to have this beautiful shell. And I have listened to these shells before, and you can hear the ocean. All right, there's a beautiful shell. And then our last one is going to be like a little bit of a sand dollar. And I do not know, it just kind of, it's not a dollar-like, but it's like a snail. And with our snail, we're going to just add the pink. I have a little dot up there, so I'm hoping that I can get the pink up just to kind of hide it. We'll see. We'll just put that in our corner of things. I'm so excited. This card is going together. Woohoo! And now we are just going to add that to the inside of the card and then finish decorating the card front. All right. Here we go. Beautiful. I love all these colors. They're just so beautiful. So now I took that away, doggone it. I'm still here. Gotta grab a blending pen. And I have the blending pen. It has the flare and it also has the fine tip. I'm going to just use the flare part and just kind of give these a nice little coloring. All right, and I think there's two on this, so I will have to be careful of that. And I am just going to add one here, one there, and then I'm going to add a blue one just right over here, right by where the words are. You always want to try to make sure that anytime you embellish and you're doing it with jewels, you want to make some type of a triangle. Okay? And that's it. Woohoo! We finished this. And we got through it with no technical difficulties. So I got this. And then I have this card, even though I had to do it on an angle. And whoa, I have ink all over the place. I have those, the color contour for the envelopes here. I also have the blue birds for this card. Again, you don't ever want to have a naked card. You want to make sure that there's always some kind of something on the envelope. All right, so these are my cards that we have today. And again, this is our design. And I just thank you, friends, for being with me today. And thank you for being so patient. I really appreciate you stopping by. I really appreciate you taking time to watch these videos, to create these. You can case all you want. I would love to see what you're doing, whether you write me a comment or you subscribe to me on YouTube or you do the same on Facebook. If you go into my blog, you look on the right hand side, you can ask for newsletters. I love sharing my newsletters with people. Again, we have Designer Series paper coming up tomorrow, and they're on sale, 15% off. We also have a great deal on joining and becoming a demonstrator. And I do have to say, anybody who is a demonstrator absolutely loves it. They love to create. They love to have you stamp along with them. They love you to comment. They love you to share what we enjoy doing, which is creating cards. And thank you again for stopping by. Thank you again for taking time. My name is Kevon, and I am from ktstamps.com, and I absolutely love creating cards for you. Have a good day. Bye-bye.